What's up, gang? Back again. The part two to the Jobcorp story. But yeah, I'm back. And got a new cut. I'm coming with a beat with different content and different ideas, but it's having to take its little time because I don't want to just drop anything and it just look crazy. That would just be crazy, right? But yeah, part two to the second part of the Jobcorp story. So I hope you all enjoy. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for viewing. Thank you for watching. And here we go. So where I left off was a good space, me moving into Chavez from Obama. But I feel like I left out a lot of information, so I'm going to dig back into some of. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to go back into some of the previous story and just fill in a couple spots. So y'all know I rode that plane. That plane ride was cool the first time. Second plane was a little crazy because dude's armpits was stinking. So my fucking head was hurting. Like, honey, armpits was on bang bang. So after the fact I told y'all we got the tour, we started that 1 week class that ended up lasting longer than a week. I'm not sure if I told you all, it lasted longer than a week because our group was so big coming in. There used to about 30 kids. We came in 50 something strong, like pushing 60. So that all happened while I was in Obama. About, I want to say the second week or during the first week, I ended up moving out of my first dorm because it was so cold. But before I even moved out of that dorm, you get graded if you like clean your room and how well you cleaned it. And whenever you come in after your like school days over, they let you see the chart. Anyone can see the chart though. It will have your room number and then a different colored star. I don't remember exactly all the colors, but I remember like green. I think green was the best. Blue is like you missed a couple things or you missed a thing. I don't know. It was something else, and then it was red. Red being you didn't really try. So we got green our first day. Mind you, the first day it was just me and the first roommate there. The third day, we got green again. As we should. I'm a housekeeper. So there's no reason why I should have blue, red, or whatever the other color was that I don't remember. So fourth day comes along, and by then we had two other roommates that had moved in by the fourth day, and we were getting the other color, or we was getting blue. That's what we was getting. We was getting blue. And I'm like, so somebody's not doing their part. I went on along and I asked, okay, why are we getting blue? What is wrong in our dorm whenever you come in? Because I wanted the first people to leave because I wanted the first people up. So my part's already done and I didn't already left instead of staying and making sure everybody do their part. And that was something that it was a woman, or her name was we're gonna name her Miss Bitch because it already rhymed with it. But yeah, so Miss Bitch, she ended up letting me know you need to start staying and seeing what roommates not doing their part. But she said it was something in the bathroom. I had trash and floor, so I would take our little bags of trash. I took out those 3 trash cans, sweeped our floor, and then cleaned my own little station where my bed is. I had too many pillows on my bed, so I had to put my pillows in my locker every day, which was super annoying. Couldn't leave my teddy bears out. My books couldn't stay on the bookshelf because we were going to end up moving, so that counted as an error. I knew everything, so I'm like, what are we missing? I don't understand. So she's like, yeah, it's your bathtub. It was the bathtub. I shower at night, but I do also shower in the morning. But like I said, I'm usually gone before any of them. And my job wasn't bathroom. So whoever bathroom is, they need to be here after us anyways. I found out it was the girl that came. It was the girl that came right after all of us girls. Because there was a girl that came right after all of us. And then there's the girl that came some change after. And the one I came from change after, she had no problems. It was the other girl. So we sat down with her. We said something to her. Nothing happened. She still was a little dirty and it was cold. So I ended up getting moved out of that room because I don't got time to be getting blue stars. Like I said, I'm a housekeeper. That hurts my pride. And I know I'm doing my part. And bitch, I'm not finna do your part and my part. And no. So I ended up asking to change the heat setting. And they're like, oh no, there's a room that gets really, really hot. And I'm like, that's fine. I'm anemic. It's cold up here. Mind you, we were staying up on those mountains in West Virginia, honey. So it was cold. It was definitely cold. It was already cold out there, but it was colder because we was on the mountains. So I go along, I ask them. They say, yeah, we got this room, whatever, whoop-de-woo. We got another 2 girls moving into this room because of them having the same issue. They have anemia and they're cold. So I'm like, okay, that's fine, whatever. Let me see who these girls is. So they're like, well, y'all, they already start moving in, so you could go down there. This is the room number. I already gave the other 2 girls the key, and there's only 2 keys to that room. So I'm like, so I don't even get a key. I can't come and go as I please. I don't even know these hoes. Like, let's see. So I get down there. And it was the one girl, I don't know if I mentioned it in the first story, but whenever we first arrived and we were filling out this little survey, she sat like they both actually sat at the same round table, which is weird, but she sat right across from me. And when she sat over there, she said a couple things, not to me personally, but she said a couple things, and I was just like, oh, we're not gonna like each other because we got the same attitude. Like, I seen it, like, and I'm like, it's not gonna work. So she was my roommate. Her bed was right next to mine, and then there was another girl. It was the girl that I said I liked her lace front whenever I got off the plane. And I honestly didn't even think she was in Jobcorp. I thought she was older than me. I don't know what the fuck I thought, but I just thought she had a whole other life living. And yeah, she's cool though. We actually ended up being friends, and I actually ended up being cool with the other girl too. So while we were in there, my first roommate helped me move down there because that's the only girl I really was talking to. And once I got down there, me and the other girls kind of start busting it up. And I'm like, okay, y'all's cool. And I kind of told them, like, I didn't even think I was going to like y'all. Like, I probably need to quit saying that to people, being honest, because they're probably not going to like me. But that's what I thought. So that's what I said, because I'm very open. So we're going to fast forward because I just wanted to explain my moving situation, how I was still in Obama, but I had to move out of my first room already. And that's kind of how I gained my friends. They were already cool with this other guy that was in our little class or whatever. His name, Dior. His name's going to be Dior. I like that name. So, yeah, I meet him through them. And I'm like, okay, you're cool. I didn't think I was going to like you. He was so blunt and open. I'm like, it's not that I don't get along with people like me, but you ever meet somebody, you're like, oh, yeah, we're too much alike. It's not going to work. Like, certain pieces of me, I feel like if somebody else have it, I'm not going to like it. Like, if I meet another person that talk a lot, I talk a lot. So I'm going to be like, I already know I'm probably not going to like you because how the fuck am I going to be talking if you talking? Like, I'm just extra. So, long story short, we all end up being cool. Then it comes to the point where they start pulling people out of Obama and moving them into wherever their trade that they want to pursue was. Mine's was medical office support. So they stuck me with the business people because there was dental assistants and there was CNA. And I think there was one more thing. So the kind of nursing hospital jobs, all of that area was already kind of packed with people. So they put the medical office support with the business area because there was only business and medical office support there. So yeah, so since I was there, I was moving to Chavez, which everyone said was the ghetto if y'all didn't hear in the first story. And I'm like, I mean, I didn't come from a silver spoon. I got it like that area. Honey, I still ain't got it like that. So I was just like, you know what? I might be fine. Like, I should be cool. Like, and I was cool for real. There was a couple errors, but I think they was gonna happen regardless. So I was cool. It didn't really affect anything that had to do with me in reality. Maybe my dorm would have looked different. I don't know. Or I would have been able to be in a room with my friends because all my friends was doing CNA. Like, y'all. It comes to the day where I gotta move. My friends are like, dang, like, you're really going over there. I'm like, yeah, I kind of already knew what it was. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm not mad. I'm still gonna see y'all. Like, I don't know what the big deal is. But we were so used to being roommates by then. It was just like, why you gotta go? Like, but I did. I moved. As I was moving, there was a girl that was already there, but she ended up moving out the same day. So the first day I actually had my dorm to myself, which was like peaceful. It was like, dang, it's peace that I didn't ask for because my friends was in my dorm. Like, and honey, they... Like, those was my bros. That was my bros. Like, I don't care. But anyway, so I ended up moving. I mean, not me, but some other girls end up moving down into my room. But before I get into what happened when they moved into my room, before they moved into my room, I want to say the first, no, it wasn't the first. It had to be a couple days into me living in that other room. Not the first one, but the second room that I moved into in Obama. My friend Mimi, she was about to do her hair, but she wanted to wash it, blow dry it, the whole nine. She had a blow dry, I didn't have one. This other girl, we're going to name her TT. She ended up having a blow dryer. And I think I had named her already, honestly. I gotta look at my little book. I did. Never mind. I named her Chance. We're going to call her Chance because I like Chance. Okay, yeah. So Chance had a blow dryer. She offered her blow dryer. It wasn't like, Mimi went to her and personally and was like, hey, can I use your blow dryer? She asked who had one. Chance said, hey, I have one. Yes, you can use it. Just make sure I have it back tonight, which was like, okay, understandable. She hands the dryer off to Mimi. Mimi didn't even wash her hair yet. So at that time, it was like you could have waited. But at the same time, it's like, all right, you already got it. You don't got to come back for it. I could do what I please. I don't got to wait for you to come in. Whatever. I don't know what they were thinking. So Mimi washes her hair. And she's like, as she's about to start blow drying it, I believe. I was right outside. Not right outside the door because I was on the opposite side of the fucking dormitories. So I'm lying. I was on the opposite side of the dormitory, but I was in the same building. And the girl lived on the other side. So I seen her coming out her room to go knock on my door for this blow dryer. But I didn't know that she was leaving her room to knock on my door for a blow dryer. But I knew it was something. Let me tell y'all. So I'm sitting on the couch with the girl. What did I name her? Kara. I named her Kara. So I'm sitting on the couch with the girl Kara. I don't know if I told y'all about Kara, but Kara's the first person I ended up talking to after I was being a little hoe. But Kara was the first person I ended up talking to when I was up there. She was really cool. I felt like we can relate on a lot of levels whenever it comes to what you end up choosing to take in, even though you didn't have to. And we kind of talked a little bit whenever I got there. So I'm like, okay, I think we can relate on some stuff. I'm just pulling these up because that's weird being down. Yeah, it's still cute. I like it. Little shirt. Okay, whatever. But yeah, so I goes and I'm sitting on the couch. Me and Kara's watching a movie or whatever. It was pushing 9, 10 o'clock because it was getting to the curfew. There's a curfew. Yes, there is. Don't ask me the time now, remember. But it was definitely early. But by that time, you got to be in your room. You don't have to be asleep. And, since she was the dorm president and she liked me, I was able to sit out there and watch TV with her. So we was watching TV or whatever, chilling, snacks on the couch, whatever. Next thing you know, you see Chance marching out the room like she's on 10. She ain't on 10. She may be on 7. But regardless, why aren't you on 2? What's wrong? So I'm like, I know that my friend got her blow dryer. Like, let me go see what's up. Kara's like, chill. I don't want it to be nothing. Let me go see what it is. I'm the dorm president. I'm going to get in trouble if anything pops off. Let me make sure everything's cool. So I'm like, look, I'm going to sit right here. But if something seems like it's too much, I'm coming over there. So she's like, all right, whatever. Now, the setup's like this. You're going to call me the RN office because it's like right in the middle. In the front, that's like the community area. When people come over from the other buildings, that's where they can come and chill with us. When the boys can chill over there, the girls can chill over there. Over here where we live was actually the boys station. All the boys lived over there. They watched TV over there. They play pool because they had like a pool table and stuff, whatever. And then on this side was the girls side. And that's where my first dorm was. But it was so cold, they had to move my ass. And they had like a computers and a little library area and a station where they can watch TV. And then it was dorms. I'm sitting at that station. The girl comes out her dorm, which is right behind us. She goes around into the other side where we live on the boys' side with her fucking drama. I forgot my mic was right there. I'm sorry. I'm not used to this. By the way, I got some new toys today. New tripods, new mic. So, excuse me if I smack it a couple times. But, yeah, so she goes over there, turned up, not on 10, but not on 2. And the girl stops me. She goes over there. She's trying to see what's going on. Before she exactly gets over there, she has enough time to bang on my door. Why do I say bang? Because she didn't knock. She banged on my door. So my roommate, she's not no bitch. I call her Mimi because she reminds me of, I made her name Mimi because she does remind me of Mimi. Once she heard the banging, she start cussing so loud in the room before she gets to the door that I can hear her. And mind you, I'm still not even over there yet, but I was getting up. As I heard the bang, I was getting up. So I was like over there, but I wasn't over there because I was definitely on my way walking over there. But I didn't even make it to the front of the orange booth. I'm still on this side. By the time I get over there, the door's open. And when the door's open, the girl starts yelling. And Mimi had ended up just shutting the door in her face. And like by the time I got to the door, she opened the door. And Girly, I wasn't in front of Girly yet, and she just kind of threw the fucking blow dry, like, bitch, like, fuck, you shouldn't have told me I can use it, like, don't fucking rush me, like, she was mad, like, and she talked her shit, and she shut the door, like, not even realizing that I'm standing there, I'm the only roommate that does not have a key, but she shut the door, because she was so mad. And so Girly's talking her shit and she's walking away, and I'm like, don't talk her shit in front of me, that's my roommate, like, do that shit in your room or whenever I'm not right here because I'm gonna say something. And she just like was like, bitch, like, she walked away. She didn't really, it wasn't worth the argument. And it wasn't, that might have been me being petty, but it was just more so like, don't do that because I'm cool with her, like, I don't have no problem with her, and you're not gonna just talk shit while I'm standing here. I'm not that kind of person. So she walked away. Kara's, she's like, what did she end up saying? She said something about my friend being drama, which made me mad because I'm like, she's not drama. She asked to use what she used. She wasn't done yet. She would have returned it. Like, come on. Like, it's not like she snuck it. You know what I mean? Like, I asked you, you give me it. Okay, I got you. Let me finish real quick. I got you. But since she came on the door all high and mighty, yeah, it was the fucking problem. But anyways, so we're going to fast forward back to me moving in. My second day living in my new dorm. Thinking about myself. I get out of my class and they're like, oh, 3 other girls are moving into your room. I'm like, 3 other girls? Who? No, but for real, I'm like, who? So they're like, them. I look over, it's Chance, JJ, and Cece. I'm like, damn. It's the same girls that lived in a room with that girl and that girl that banged on my door. So I'm like, oh, this is about to be some shit. Like, in reality, no, I didn't have my own personal problem. But if she was able to get that mad at someone that I was already calling my friend, I'm like, she's not going to understand me. And I'm not using shit of hers. Like, and you know what? We did end up being cool. Like, I'm not going front on Shorty because I was cool with them. Like, I was cool with them being my roommates. They didn't do anything wrong. They weren't dirty. We didn't get any blue stars or anything below. So, honestly, I was cool with them. Like, but it took me a minute to get there because the first situation I had with them, even speaking to them, was like, it wasn't good. It wasn't good to me. I didn't like that. So they move in. They're like, yeah, we don't got, like, it was like they knew that they were moving into my room. Like, somebody was probably like, oh, you're moving in the room with that girl that was in the other room that you was banging on your door, and she said something because you was talking shit in front of her, and she didn't want to hear that shit. But no, they came over, and they was just like, yeah, none of us didn't come over here with a problem with you. I don't have a problem with you. I don't like that other girl, but that's only because her mouth is crazy, and she got smart with me while using my stuff. And I'm like, but you did kind of rush her. Like, that's my friend, so I'm definitely going, you know what I mean? Like, you did kind of rush. You don't know how long it took her. Like, she didn't even wash her hair yet by the time you gave her the fucking blow dry. She might do an extra step that you just don't know about. You don't know. Like, and you shouldn't have let anybody use your stuff if you was going to be so touchy with it. Or if you know what I mean? Because you don't know these girls. We're from all over the place. That girl was from Philly. The other girl was from, I think, North or South Carolina. I really might be wrong, y'all. But moral to the story, they wasn't from the same places. We don't share. Okay, so I was kind of defending her, but we kind of like dropped it. And she's like, yeah, but I don't have no real problem with you. I don't mind being your roommate. I hope you feel the same way. We don't got to be buddy-buddy, but we don't got to be at each other's necks. And I'm like, you right, we don't. But just know, if you have a problem with anybody that I'm cool with, which was damn near everybody, because I really didn't have a real problem with nobody. But I'm like, if you got a problem with somebody that I'm cool with, don't talk shit in front or to me. Because I'm going to say something. I don't want to hear that. That's like me and you being cool, or fuck that. We don't even got to be cool. That's like your homegirl over there coming over in this room, and I got my peoples in here, and we're talking our shit on you. What the fuck you expect her to do? Say something or get the fuck out. And I'm not just going to get up and leave. Bitch, just don't say shit. And I ain't call her a bitch, y'all. I just start feeling it a little bit. Start rolling up the tongue. But yeah, I end up, you know what I mean, telling her what it is. Like, don't do that. And she's like, you right. That was fucked up because I should have kind of expected that out of you. You know what I mean? She had me fucked up. You know, I was just mad. We drops it. We're going to fast forward into something else that matters because at this point, that was my moving in experience. Me and the girls never had a problem after that. Actually, when I had my photo shoot up there, the one girl that banged on the door did my fucking lashes because I did not do lashes, and I had lashes for my shoot because I was not about to be no basically. So no, I did a shoot without lashes, but yeah, I wanted them done, like, and she did them, and that was what's up, like, because I said thank you, and yeah, so on, so forth. After I got done talking to the girl car, because I was really done talking to her when I moved in Chavez, but we had each other's numbers. My bad, I said I started on shit, but we had each other's numbers, so we were still texting a little bit, like just a little bit, but it wasn't like she was my girl, so it was like, I mean, I could text her. I ain't really an ex. I'm just not gonna treat her how I was about to treat her because I ain't know she's a little hot. That's another story for another time. I'm gonna say that for another time. But yeah, so meeting, because there was like a meeting after we did our classes and stuff, and then you do what you do, and then there's one more night meeting, and then good night, bitches, go to fuck, do your thing. And so, well, you do your chore and then you go in. Actually, that's really what happens. But so yeah, we're texting. It says after the one meeting, but before the last meeting. Excuse me. And she was telling me about a Walmart trip that was coming up. She was like, yeah, if you want to go, you need to sign up on a little paper slip to make sure that you're on the list because there's only a certain amount of people that's going this time because there's only one shop around. Yes, they drove us to the store. They shop around. They waited. They brought us back. Guess what's worse? They check us. Like, they don't know what the fuck we bought. And then we get to go back into the Jobcorp facility. But I'm like, okay, yeah, let me sign up for this Walmart trip. Like, yeah. I signed up. I'm lying. That was a Wednesday. Because I was on Thursday. And the Walmart trip was literally the next day. So I signed up that night. Like, got up out my bed, hurried up before it was curfew. Signed up. Because I had to go in Obama to sign up. When I went in there to sign up, she was definitely eyeing me like a fucking piece of steak. And I was just like, all right, we ain't like that. Like, so I signed my name and I was leaving, you know what I mean? I see one of my friends outside, we're talking, whoop-de-whoop. When, matter of fact, me and Mimi was talking. And she was mentioning that there was this guy that had his eye on me. And it was the guy that she was like kind of talking to's friend. And the guy she was talking to, I'm gonna call him Black because I used to call him the Black and Mild Man when But yeah, so we're gonna call him Black. So she's like, yeah, Black said that he had a friend, that he was looking at you. Da-da-da-da. And I'm like, a friend looking at me? Like, when? Where? I ain't catching it. Nobody wasn't looking at me. Like, she's like, oh, he's just quiet. He probably don't notice him. And I'm like, I like people that's not, like, I like a funny guy or a funny girl. But when it comes to guys, I don't like guys. I like to be the center of attention. Don't know why. I just don't. When it's a girl, I don't really care. I think it's kind of cute and fun. Just don't be a hoe. But when it comes to guys, that's probably why I always end up dating the hoe girls, because I don't be caring about that. But when it's a guy, don't be all motherfucking Kevin Hart, middle of the stage, spotlight on me. That's annoying, because if you my nigga, you're my nigga. Ain't none of that. You don't got showboat for these bitches. There ain't nobody. I'm right here. And that's just how I feel. But yeah, so when she said that, I'm like, okay, brownie point. Do. Let's see what's hitting for. I need a sip. So, the little class thingy. I don't remember what we were doing, but I had to use the bathroom. I left to use the bathroom. Some guy bumped me on my way to the bathroom. So I turned around like, dang, like, watch where you going. Like, I was mad. I think I was like almost dropped my phone. And y'all, I don't know why I was snapping at the Android. It was a little Galaxy. But I was mad. Like, so I'm like, dang, watch where you going. Like, usually I'll just be like, watch it, like, and keep it pushing. But I'm like, watch where the fuck you going. You doing too much. Like, what's wrong with you? Ugly ass nigga, what's wrong with you, ugly ass boy? Nah, I'm playing. But I definitely was like, what are you doing? Watch your feet. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry. You're just so gorgeous. I wasn't even paying attention where I was walking. And I'm like, when you put it like that, it was clearly an accident. I mean, how could I be mad at you? Look at me, I'm gorgeous. Just trying to walk down the hall. Like, no, but he was just like, let me get your Instagram. And I'm like, okay, here. Like, he types it in because he said he didn't have his phone on him. He typed it in my phone on his, and he followed himself, and he definitely didn't waste no time to go and follow me back because he did it fast, honey. By the time I got back from the bathroom and before I even got back to the classroom, he DM'd me, and I didn't even know until I sat down. So I sits down, we're DMing back and forth, and he's like, yeah, I seen you was with Cara, so I thought y'all had, or Cara, whatever the fuck I called her. And it's like, I see y'all got a thing, and I'm like, I was definitely feeling her, but she's a hoe, like, but she's cool. Like, I don't not like her as a person because of what she chooses to do. She just couldn't be my shorty. But I came up here in a relationship for real. So I'm just having fun. Like, I'm not really looking for my man, but I'm not looking for everybody's man either. If you're gonna be fucking with me, you just fucking with me. So he's like, I filled out or whatever, you seem dope. I'm like, I mean, I'm not bad. I'm not bad at all. No, but we was talking or whatever, back and forth. Didn't chill with him. I didn't see him again. By the time we got to lunch that same day, my friend was like, what did I name him? My friend was like, Black. Brought up his friend again, like, girl, you want to go sit at their table? I'm like, no, I met some dude today. Like, and she's like, you met some dude? And I'm like, yeah. And she was like, well, why don't you see what she was like, why don't you see what Black's friend look like before you choose? And I'm like, I'm not choosing anyone. I'm having fun. I came up here in a relationship. Evidently, she forgot what the fuck that meant, talking about the person I was in a relationship with. So I was just like, look, I'm not like, bro, first of all, we don't live, nor are we from the same places. So what's the point of me acting like we're really going to be together? Because we're not. I'm just enjoying myself, having somebody text so I don't get too bored or too, you know what I mean, irritated with being up this motherfucker, like, which isn't right. You shouldn't do that. I really feel like you shouldn't do that because it fucked up my mental in a way. But we'll get into that another time. So, yeah. This dude, he's sitting over there by Black, and that's what she told. She's like, look over there. He's sitting there in the back table by Black, by the window. I look all the way in the back. They always sat all the way in the back. Like, so when I look, I'm like, girl, that's the nigga I was DMing. I met him today. I met him. And she's like, oh, well, you was talking about how he needed to come up to you himself and go send to his friend. I guess he did. I said, girl, he bumped into me. And I said something to him first. She was like, oh. I was like, well, I was getting smart. She was like, see. And I'm like, yeah. So she was like, you want to sit over there? I'm like, I'm not no tweaker. Like, I'm not. Like, and I think too far into stuff. He probably would have been like, oh. But if he had the husband, I'm like, his husband's going to be like, bitch. And if his husband be like, bitch, then I'm going to be like, oh, I don't want to talk to you no more. And in reality, you're not my nigga, so I guess it wouldn't never matter. So I just was like, no, I'm not no tweaky. Like, if he wanted to come sit over there, he's going to have to ask me himself. And she's like, what's up with you and this self shit? I don't know. So that night, we ended up going to Walmart. We went to Walmart, and that dude was actually also on the list to go to Walmart. So, we go in this Walmart, we're shopping. First of all, my sister called me, and my godson, like, he missed me that day. Like, he was like crying, and he was like, when are you coming home? And it made me cry. Like, it really did. It made me cry. So I'm like trying to stay away from the other people, because I'm like, I'm not no soft ass bitch. But my son missed me, and I miss him too. Like, and he making me cry. So I didn't want to be around it, so I was kind of just trying to shop on my own. And I ran into Kara. I ran into Kara. And when I ran into Kara, she was like, oh, I see somebody got your attention. And I'm like, what? How did you see anything on, bro? Like, I'm texting somebody, but, like, we didn't even sit together ever. I didn't even talk to him in person that much. Like, we bumped into each other one time, and no one was even in the hallway. So how would you... Jobcorp is so fucking small, honey. There's no secrets. Jobcorp was like high school. That's what it felt like when I went to Jobcorp. It felt like another section of high school that no one knew about that we had to go back and go do. That's what the fuck it felt like, because like they didn't trust us as students. They didn't trust us as fucking people. They, first of all, they checked our lockers every day. They checked our rooms to see if we cleaned it. We got graded on it. Motherfucker, what else did they do? They checked us every time we went to the store, and we was on the same bus as them, and we get shopping around. Like, how the fuck you don't trust me that much? I'm here for me. I'm not here for you. I'm not here because I'm not allowed, or because I was so mad. So, anyways, y'all, I ran into her, and she's like, I see you talking to somebody, whatever. So I'm like, I mean, we're texting, but yeah. And she was like, I thought she was on the girl side. I am bisexual as fuck. There ain't no sides with me. No, it is. I'm not gonna lie. When I'm messing with girls, when I'm messing with a girl, I'm messing with a girl. When I'm messing with a guy, I'm messing with a guy. But at that point, I'm not gonna lie, I had no pics. I was just having fun. Like, it ain't like I'm fucking all y'all. I just wanted somebody to talk to, because every time I talked to my girlfriend, she wasn't answering the phone, and the people that was answering from home was sending me pictures from her ass being like the hoes. So I was just trying to, enjoy myself, so I wasn't stressed the fuck out completely, because I really miss my kids and my sisters. That's what I'm used to. Like, so yeah, I'm talking to her about that. And she's like, no, it's cool. And I'm like, I know it's cool. You're not my girl, so you can't really do or say shit to me or about anything. And you got hugs, bro. And you was doing all that extra flirting and never mentioned to be like, oh yeah, I got a couple of hoes, so you mean they back on your neck. Like, one thing about me, I'm so real. Let me have multiple hoes. I'm gonna be like, yo, there's this guy or there's this girl, you know what I mean? We be texting and shit, we be fucking around, but you know how people get when they start smelling themselves. I just don't want you to feel no type of way. That maybe I'm just like the shit and nobody else ain't, because like, that sounded so fucked up. Not like that, but like, I'm saying, because why don't people say shit like that? Like, at the end of the day, we can't be that serious because I'm comfortable as fuck to tell you that. So you should be able to let me know that, because I may not like it, but then I'm going to know how to play you. I'm going to know how to move. And that don't mean you don't have a complete chance, because you chose to tell me the truth. So that means when I'm getting ready, I'm like, oh, I want you to myself. Are you ready for that? Yes or no? Maybe so. No? Okay, well, then I got to go. I'm about to go. You know what I mean? Make a shake somewhere else, because evidently you're not looking for what I'm looking for, or I'm not what you're looking for. So we're wasting time. And I will leave. But anyway, so that's kind of how me and her ended our whole thing. Like, I was done. Like, I don't even want to text you no more, because you making it like you my girl and you not. I'm very honest with you, and you were not even honest with me. So for you to be checking me about who the fuck I'm texting, I'm sorry, but it's nonsense. So I left her the fuck alone. I kept texting dude. He ended up getting my number. I started texting him from my phone. And I mean, he started like sitting with us for lunch. In the morning, he'd be like, you on your way to breakfast? I'm on my way to breakfast. Let's walk to breakfast together. And my dumb ass be like, okay. So we walk into breakfast together and stuff, whatever. Next thing you know, a couple days later, a week later, it was definitely a week, like a good week later. Matter of fact, it was exactly a week later. Somebody, who was it? Did I give him a name? Ryan. We're going to name him Ryan. At this time, our other friend G was terminated for fighting. And when G got terminated, it seems like Ryan started hanging out with me, Cece. I mean, I say me, Cece. Me, Maya, Mimi, and Dior a lot more. Which was okay, because we were already friends. He ate breakfast with us every day, lunch every day. Whenever we wanted to go do something, we would all hit each other up. I had all of their numbers in my phone except for G's. But that's because he got terminated so fast. He got terminated like around the time that we were moving. Matter of fact, yeah, we were moving into our dorms. And it was the first day that he moved. And he was the first one out of us that moved into his dorm. And he got into a fight and they got recorded. And I guess when it got posted, they've seen it. He got terminated. But yeah, so he started hanging out with us more. And he came to me and was like, you fucking dude? Like, and I'm like, whoa, I just met dude. Like, it's been a week. Like, that's how I know it's been a week, because I remember saying that. Like, it's been exactly a week. Why the fuck would I know? Like, and he's like, oh, well, He was like, I ain't judging shit. It's just, you know how people talk around here. I just wanted to make sure you was good. And she was y'all on that type time. So I'm like, no, we're not. We're not there yet. But I mean, like, he might get there. He's definitely a sweet guy. Like, I'm not going to front on him. He seemed like, I'm not going to front on him because he was really sweet. I don't think he was ugly. He was definitely cute. He had braces. I don't know why I like braces because I do. I like braces. But I like his braces. But, I feel like he was definitely looking for a relationship. Maybe he wasn't up there looking for a relationship, but when he fucked with me, he was looking for a relationship, honey, because he was like, yeah, like, you can't get terminated. You got past your second P test. If you get terminated, I'm coming down Pittsburgh, and you could come down North Carolina. He was from North Carolina, by the way. And he's like, he was really sweet, like, and I'm just like, oh, this is not what I'm looking for. This is not what I'm looking for. Like, and I'm just like, I don't think that that's something we should worry about. Because when you get home, there's probably somebody else. I'm sure there's other people that, like, you're waiting on or whatever. And he's like, you mentioned that you had a girlfriend and you think that you're going to want to leave or be with her probably whenever you get home. But I'm telling you right now, you're not. Just see how this plays out. And I'm like, I'll see how it play out. But it's not even about me being with her because I don't want to be with her. She already fucked. She did too much. She disrespected my heart. She did too much. Like, but I just don't know. Like, so he's like, see how it play out. And he talked me into it. I'm like, okay, I'll see how it play out, honey. That relationship did not leave Charleston, West Virginia. That did not leave Charleston, West Virginia. That's what I wanted to say. But yeah, so I'm like, all right, let's see how it play out. So we're like staying out late in the gazebo, sitting there talking. Honey, it got bad. I was sitting on his lap at a point in time. Like, yes, the whole 9. One day, we're playing. Should I make this a story time? No, I shouldn't make this a part of this story time. I'm cutting the story off right here. When I get back, I'm going to tell y'all this story. This story about to be. It's going to be the story of, I don't want to tell y'all what happens, but I mean, it's going to be in the label. So how I got hid and I got caught in Jobcorp. Damn, my voice went out and shit. But that's all for today's story. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you can know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, and what it's going to be. You know? Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, so hit that bell, like them likes, comment, all that, do that, whatever. I'm going to talk to y'all later. Tune in next time.